Hey folks, it's your brother Mad Black, and I'm black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. Oh boy, looking back in the days where black men were black men, black women were black women, and mayonnaise monkeys were devils out in the open. Oh, the good old days, good old days. So I saw a post by one of my Facebook friends, Mr. Corey Cunningham. He always makes some very good posts on his social media. And this is a repost actually of a quote from an old interview with the actor John Wayne, one of these old white cowboy war movie actors, very popular in American cinema. But the quote is basically John Wayne being open about being a white supremacist. He says, I believe in white supremacy. Until the blacks are educated to a point of responsibility, I don't believe giving authority and positions of leadership and judgment to irresponsible people. I don't feel we did wrong in taking this great country away from the Native Americans. Our so called stealing of this country from them was a matter of survival. There were great numbers of people who needed new land, and the Indians were selfishly trying to keep it for themselves. Now, he says some other quotes as well. This is not the only thing he said. He talked about slavery and said how he's not sorry for slavery. He said, I'm not sorry that we kept those people enslaved for several centuries. Had to be done. It's just something that had to be done, right? And like I said, this is a very famous quote from John Wayne. I believe he made a lot of these quotes when he did an interview for Playboy magazine. And he was just very open and honest about his white supremacy. And I like that. I like this type of racism. This type of racism is a good thing, where even both Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X spoke about this type of racism where, it's out in the open. The white man is able to sit in front of a black person and tell him how he actually feels, and vice versa. A black man should be able to sit in front of a white person and tell him how he feels as well, with no cut, no mixture, no downgrading, just out there raw and uncut. That's what you're getting with this John Wayne quote right here. This is the uncut cracker. Okay, this is the uncut devil that exists in this country and beyond. It was very prevalent in this country's past. I mean, this country was founded by these types of white men who were overtly racist and overtly believed in white supremacy, who believed that the white man was smarter, black people were dumb and inferior, and the white man ruled because God said so. God put him in that position, and it was his God given right to rule. Same way when he killed all the Native Americans, they had their right to do so. You saw even in this quote, he said, I don't feel we did anything wrong with taking this land away. He said the Native Americans were being selfish. Us white folks, we came here uninvited and we needed somewhere to stay. What's the big deal, right? So when I see this type of stuff, it does my heart good to see it. Okay. This is the type of racism I enjoy. I enjoy this type of racism. If you're going to be racist, go ahead and just be upfront and out with it. That way I know how to deal with you. I know that if you come on my property, I know what type of situation I'm in. Okay? There's no ambiguity about that. When you come on my property, uh, is high noon, it's guns at dawn, it's an invasion when you show up. I mean, just listen to this guy's quote. He's obviously saying that if he has every right to take something from you if he feels you're not responsible or intelligent enough. He feels that if he needs it more than you do, he has a right to take it. He feels you're being selfish if you're sitting on that land and he needs it. So he's going to try to take it from you. So I have every right to fight back when he shows up. That's how things need to be. Because that's out there in the open. It's obvious. It's something that you can't deny. This is not something you can make excuses about. This is not something you can do weasel words. This is not something you have to make word salad and try to justify it. It's right there, open and in your faces. This is the good old days of America. Okay? John Wayne is seen as an American icon based on thoughts and ideals like this. Okay? So, I don't like dealing with the new version of racism. I don't like the new conservative version of racism. I don't like the new I definitely don't like the new liberal version, because the liberal version has always pretended to be like it's your friend, or is some guy going to help you somehow and do right by you, knowing damn well it's not. It's always for your destruction. They're just nice about it. They smile in your face and pat you on the head while they're doing it, while they're screwing you over. So I don't like that type of racism. And the new version of conservative racism, I don't like that either. It's very cowardly. It almost to the point where it's gotten to the point where it actually agitates me with how these conservatives play around. Like they deny being racist instead of just coming out and saying, just come out and say it like John Wayne did, bro. You don't have to pretend that it's all about your freedoms and your ideals. You don't have to pretend that the Confederate flag is about Southern rights. You know what it's about. So why are we playing this game about the Confederate flag? And then you got Negroes out here doing your bidding, and you're using them as a bigot-proof shield to say that you're not racist. You know what I mean? I get tired of that. I get tired of the Thomas Sowells and the Larry Elders and the Candace Owens. Those Negroes are sent out there to run interference for you. I can't stand those Negroes. Brandon Tatum's out there, and all these other conservative Negroes that litter social media. Like cockroaches. I can't stand them. Like, why send those fools out there? Why not just come out and proclaim your racism? You don't have to have these black bootlicks proclaim your thoughts and your ideals in order to shield you. Okay? Because that's basically all you're doing. You put them out there and say, oh, look, Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens say the same thing I say, so I can't be racist. I can't be racist. Yes, you can, white man. Yes, you can, mayonnaise mutant. You can be racist. You are racist. And I know that when you put some cloudy-headed, buck-dancing Negroes out front, and they just regurgitate the nonsense that you say, and you tell me I have to listen to them, I know you're racist right then and there. You already exposed yourself. You don't have to go any further. I'd rather you just come out and say it rather than sending your little buck-dancing minions out there to do it for you. Okay? I don't even like getting into arguments with those types of Negroes. That's a waste of time, right? All those Negroes are doing anyway is just regurgitating. They don't have a thought of their own. Negro, let me talk to your boss. Let me talk to the people that you got your thought patterns from. I'll go read their books. I'll go read the Turner Diaries, or go read quotes by people like Lee Atwater. And I'd rather go do that than waste my time listening to Thomas Sowell or Candace Owens or whatever. Let me go talk and listen to the people you got your ideas from. I don't need to listen to a bunch of black parrots of conservatism. Okay? I'd rather just go get it from the source. Because a lot of these Negroes don't have the correct information anyway. All they know is what they've been told, and they don't want to do any extra research, any real research into anything. Like I saw some old Negro posting about the Confederacy and how what the Confederacy was really about. It's like, Negro, you don't even need to explain it to me. I already read what the people from the Confederacy actually said. There are actual quotes and speeches from people who formed the Confederacy, and they told you what it was about. So why would I listen to some old pretend academic coon about what the Confederacy was about, who's going to try to manipulate me and try to save his white academic buddies who he kisses their ass every day? I know what it's about. I know what you're doing, Negro. I know you're kissing white booty. Just go ahead and do that. You don't have to try to convince me of anything. I can go look at Jefferson Davis's quotes. I can go look at I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the vice president of the Confederacy, he gave a speech about what the Confederacy was about, how it was about slavery, how it was about the inferiority of the black people in this country. I can just go get the real, actual quotes by these people and not waste my time with these bigot-proof vest Negroes out here who are trying to pretend that they don't know what racism is, or try to dismiss racism or diminish it. Because that's basically all these Negroes do. Give me the John Wayne. Give me that John Wayne cracker. I'd rather deal with someone like that who is just open and upfront about racism. Because like I said, when you're open and upfront with it, I know how to deal with you. I know you are a threat, an open threat. And that's why they try to change and manipulate words and send out their Negro minions to go out there and do double speak and whatnot to try to fool you and convince you to let your guard down. See, they know when you have someone like John Wayne spouting open racism, people like John Wayne, what's another American hero that was openly racist? Walt Disney. When you have people like that just spouting out how they actually felt, you're running into something that is obvious to black people that you're dealing with someone who is your natural enemy. It gives credence to people like Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X and black men who knew who your real enemies were, like Dr. John Henry Clark, or it gives credence to people like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. You see what I'm saying? People like Neely Fuller. You see, you can't hide and pretend that those black people are wrong when you have open racists like John Wayne or Walt Disney or any of these other devils who write books about glorifying white supremacy and Nazism and everything else. You can't pretend it doesn't exist when you have devils out there speaking their truth about how they actually feel about you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they try to redo things. They try to confuse you and try to pretend that there's such thing as a two-party system, or there's such thing as progressivism and conservatism, and they get you arguing back and forth with these isms. Truly, the real thing that they work for is white supremacy. That they're just two arms. That's why they say there's two wings of politics in the United States. And where do wings come from? Two wings come from one bird, do they not? Two wings come from the same bird. Right wing, left wing is just two wings of white supremacy. Come from the same white supremacist chicken. And I call it a chicken. It's not a hawk anymore. It used to be a hawk because it just goes out there and kills its prey. Now it's a chicken because it pretends that it's weak and it's not going to do anything to you, but it's just a nasty, disgusting bird that poops everywhere. So, I mean, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. But like I said, I miss this type of racism. Just come out and say it. Let me know how you really feel. And that way I know how to deal with you. I don't like this new version where they gotta lie and pretend that they're not racist. They'll do it. They'll talk circles around you trying to claim that they're not racist, all the while saying one racist quote after another. And you got a lot of dumb Negroes who believe that stuff too. That's the sad part. You got dumb Negroes who believe a lot of that nonsense and will go along with it and regurgitate it. That's the funny part. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on these devils' back.